Hello again in another episode of Gunfire TV. Electric replicas are one of the most versatile on the market. They work during the winter, they work during the sunny days. You only need BBs and some electricity to use them. So the only ones that are more economical are the spring ones, but they can't shoot in burst or full auto. So let's stay with electric guns. The problem sometimes is, what kind of battery will I put inside? What will fit? What size? What voltage? Which producer? Now, today we're gonna try to solve a few of those problems by showing you those batteries by Electro River. This is only a part of what they got in their offer, and we're gonna choose different platforms and show you how to stick it in. Now, this kind of platform is, to be honest, a bit mean as for the use of the batteries, because mostly the stick type fit inside, and that means that it's hard to use it with different guns. So you take the top cover off. Some of those also have some room in their stocks, but that's very rare. Now this is 11.1 1200 mAh battery. As you can see, I can put it quite deep inside. So let's do this. This model leaves me a lot of room for wires. Sometimes there's less, sometimes there's more. Now you need to be very gentle and watch not to cut the wires with the top cover, which in this model is made of steel. So if you cut them, especially both at the same time, you will get some smoke probably, and maybe fire. Let's check this out. Yep, works like a charm. And just in case, if you are wondering that if I can fit 11.1, will the 7.4 get in? Of course it will, it's even smaller. Stick batteries very often work with these kind of replicas. I call them all Kurts because for many years I used one of these platforms and I had a blast. So this is 7.4, where's 11.1? I think it's inside. Just press those two pins, take them out, like so. Take this part out, and now here's our 11.1 battery. Let me just be careful because this balancer is quite easy to be damaged. And now let's just check which will perform better, 11.1 or 7.4. I guess that's a bit of difference. Oh yeah, squad automatic weapon. Lots of ammunition, lots of shots, large power consumption. So you would need a lot of batteries and a lot of room for those batteries. In this model we've got the whole stack that is hollow inside. So if you take this up, if you press this down, it's quite stiff, but it's good. It's good. You won't lose it. Now you've got a lot of room for your battery or batteries. For example, something like this. That's quite large. It won't fit AR-15, it won't fit AK, but here you can stack few of them. And Electro River has even larger batteries for your disposal. Remember, if you use machine gun, you need to be able to shoot a lot. So, buy out of BBs. Maybe friends from your team will help you in this shopping, and have a lot of batteries for you, because you're their support. AR-15, this one by Specna Arms, with this small, but I want to say sexy, I will say sexy stock. But it looks really nice. Although you can't put any kind of battery into the stock, you need to use the buffer tube. And in this Specna Arms and other kinds of AR-15s by different producers, not only wires are sticking out, but also a part of MOSFET. Not only that, imagine that somebody borrowed you this kind of battery with different kind of a connector. So you need to use adapter. That means you've got a lot of wires here to put all into the stock tube. Don't worry, with this small battery 1450 Ma 11.1. Only be smart and put it different side, like so. This goes forward gently. Never force your batteries inside the replica, not only LiPo batteries but every kind of batteries. So this goes in like so. This goes in like so, gently, smoothly, like so. Now, of course, a bit of MOSFET will stick out. Now put on the stock. And yes, I know, if I use the battery with T-connector, I wouldn't have this problem. But look, it almost fits. I can't close it, but this is not such a difference. So even with adapter and extra wires, it can get in. Just don't use very large batteries with buffer tubes if you use MOSFET. It's alive! Now, another AR-15 by Specna Arms, no other than Specna Arms, with different kind of stock, a bit heavier, a bit thicker, and that means that maybe there's some room for the battery. So let's take this piece off. It's nicely rubberized. We've got also this cup here, and there's plenty of space for the batteries. Just for the kicks. This small one from the previous time fits perfectly. I think you could store two extra inside. We've got something like so by Electro River, made to work with crane type stocks in AR-15s. Let me take out the magazine, of course, it's ambidextrous. So, one into the buffer tube and one on every side. Yep. And still plenty of room for the adapter if the connectors are of a different sort. So let's check out if I can put inside the big guy. This will fit on a side and this will fit in the buffer tube. So let's check it on the side like so, and we need adapter. You must forgive me, I'm being a bit slow, but this is not the way I usually put the batteries, showing this to other people all over the world. So this gets into the buffer tube. This was the sound of Aster telling me that it's ready to go. Now, I want to emphasize that you need to be very gentle while putting batteries, especially LiPo batteries, in your stocks or wherever you want to put them in your replicas. Like so, and we're good to go, or aren't we? Yep, very nice trigger reaction. 2022, it's almost over, but this kind of PTW stocks are still very popular. What not to like, they are just cute. Although there's not a lot of room for the batteries. So I wanted to show you that, let's get up, then this small LiPo will fit perfectly, but it does not. So what's left to do? To take some electric tape and glue it in, or replace this stock tube with this a bit longer one. So, and just you need to tell yourself that you will need to live with this a bit longer stock, but still you're able to shoot. Like so. Still plenty of room. A bit larger battery would also be able to fit in. Make a little widow. Come on, work with me, work with me. That's only because you're looking. Like so, gently in. Remember to leave a like, subscribe, and leave a comment below. Do you prefer to have a larger stock tube and bigger battery, or smaller one and 5 smaller batteries? There are no wrong answers. Now, they say that if you start the sentence saying, I remember those days, it means you're old. But I remember those days where LiPo batteries were non-existent on the airsoft market and we need to use large batteries. If it was cold, they would not work, but they were really, really large and you could not fit them into the stock tube of AR-15, for example. So now, you're lucky ones that with Electro River and another battery producers which make LiPo batteries, your life is much easier. And remember, it's not a shame if you borrow a larger battery from your friend and you need to connect it with your replica via electric tape. And it's always a good idea to have more than one battery, just in case if you're out of power. See you again in another episode of Gunfire TV.